Hello and good evening for all mankind. Season 4, episode 8, titled Legacy, is over, and it has been since 2023. But here in 2025 on Live Long and Podcast, we're just getting started. Whether you're joining us live on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, or catching the audio version wherever you get your podcasts, our mission to watch every episode of For All Mankind continues. One covert meeting, one asteroid diversion scheme, and one questionable parenting decision at a time. Now, here's the guy who watched Ed Baldwin turn babysitting into a covert ops mission. I'm your host, Dave Mader. And once again, we have our great top-tier panel here to break it all down. Coming in first, he's a union man who's been tracking Dev's every move, from splitting the strikers to now convincing NASA to let him hijack an asteroid. If there's a spreadsheet behind the madness, he's already running the numbers. Or maybe that'd be me. It's Jeff Mader.
Hey. Aleda's doesn't have such a hate on for Margo, so that was an improvement.
Yes, but once you find out about the torture, it's okay.
Right.
Margo never
torture
told
makes everything better.
Well, at least makes Elena more sympathetic. Coming in here next, he saw the misplaced discriminator fiasco coming a mile away. And when Ed sent a child into the vent to fix it, he's already diagnosing the leadership failures. If the system breaks, he's the first to tell you why. It's Jody Simpson.
Oh, that was my intro. Oh, hello.
Yes, Jody. Welcome, Jody.
Thank you. I hope you had a good holiday.
Me too. Yes. Happy after Christmas. Hope everyone had a good Boxing Day and Christmas. And as we quickly approaching the new year.
I wasn't here last week, so I didn't get to.
That's true. Merry Christmas, you, Jody.
Yes, I didn't get to express my wishes to everyone.
Yes, well, welcome. Coming in next, if there's a moral boundary, he's measuring who stepped over it. In an episode where Margo's past comes crashing into her present, he's watching every ethical fault line. But if someone serves another sad plate of spaghetti or a bad hotel burger and fries, he's calling it out. It's Kevin Millard.
That was the terrible hamburger and fries. And she looked at that like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. No, it's awful.
Listen, she's been eating borscht for 8 years or whatever. She wants a burger.
Also, Dev tells Ed Baldwin to share his passion with his grandson, and he decides thievery. He decides to share being a criminal.
That's not true. He read him a book first, and then the thievery came.
He read him a philosophical book, but yes, the first time he's ever watching the grandson, and he's already got him implicated in major crimes in many different continents. She's back with us once again. She clocked the tension the moment Palmer shut down that black market and Dev unveiled his asteroid to Mars plan. And when Margo and Sergei finally met face to face, she was watching the emotional follow-up behind every word. Style meets steel. It's Heather Narduzzi.
Hello. Welcome back, everybody. Happy almost New Year.
Happy almost New Year. Not quite there, but post-Christmas and everything else. Well, glad to have you with us, Heather. And, of course, rounding out our panel, he's back here. He's watched the black market shut down, the political maneuvering, and Sergei's reappearance like a slow burn thriller. If the power dynamics shift, and they do, he's already charting the new alliances. It's Adam Woodward.
Hey, guys. Can we talk about child abuse here and Ed? He has not
ventures
as a parent or a grandparent at all.
I don't see anything wrong with his personally.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Come on, lighten up, Adam. He's trying to share his passion with his grandson, like Dev told him to. So,
just wait till your mother gets home. That's what I say here.
Yeah, well, I think you're quite right about that. So yes, we are talking about For All Mankind, the 8th episode of season 4, titled Legacy. This is the 38th episode overall that aired 2 years ago, exactly tonight, December 29th, 2023, written by Star Trek alumni Bradley Thompson and David Weddle, and directed by Maya Virilio. So this episode is all about Margo, and Sergei's back. What's Sergei gonna do? He's living in Iowa. Then he decides to go find her when he finds out that she's back in the US. Palmer shut down that black market in that bar. Well, most of the bar, not the entire black market, I suppose.
Damn that Palmer.
Yeah. The heist was kind of underway. Everything with the asteroid, Ed and Dev and their new alliance, and they got Alex involved, their Ed's grandson, because Kelly was going off just 6,000 kilometers away to look at the ice crater. And so would you trust her? Like, she should trust her dad to watch her son.
Hopefully, she doesn't get pregnant over there.
Well,
I would go through all this again.
that would be unprecedented. So
then Ed could do 2 crimes at once.
Oh my god! If that's the way this show goes, I'm back in.
Full tilt, back in. No problems.
Yeah. So like everything, them like getting ready to hijack this asteroid is kind of all set up here by the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Some stuff with Elena and Margo, like a lot with Margo and her storyline, and all of that as mentioned. So I think those are all the big beats in the episode, unless I'm missing anything. Just want to get anyone's like top level thoughts. Loved it, hate it, neutral. How are we feeling, Jody?
I'm gonna go with neutral if those are my options. I'm finding myself literally thinking of other things to do while I'm watching these episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's there's something about it that it just doesn't have right now that it's had recent. Even as early as last season.
I can tell you what excitement.
What's that?
Excitement. Could you spell that?
Something to watch that doesn't drag.
Yeah, well, I think like this asteroid thing is a little hard to get excited about that we've talked about in
Guys, I was thinking about Starfleet Academy while I was watching this. Think about that for a minute.
That's
no.
Yeah,
that's like in that Simpsons episode where they say, "I'm so hungry I could eat at Arby's," and they go, "Oh, you are hungry." That's like that kind of statement you just made there, Jody. So,
or the World Trade Center episode.
If Jody's
with
getting ready for Starfleet
crab juice and Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know, the stuff with Margo. I don't know. That's probably the storyline I'm enjoying more because we have so much invested in it after the 3 seasons. So I kind of want to see where it goes. But the asteroid stuff specifically is a little hard to get excited about because
they're obviously doing setup for the end of the season, but like, do we care what they're setting up for?
Well, at this point, I would take scenes with Jimmy.
For me, it's the asteroid ends on Earth, the asteroid ends up on Mars. I don't care. Either way. Yeah. I'm not invested in either outcome.
Right. Me too. Like I feel the same way. I don't know why the writers don't understand.
Look at Adam's smirk. He's so proud of being on the right side this time.
No, I'm not.
He feels vindicated. He's like, I knew it.
He's like, all this time, this is how this felt.
Well, I'm trying to come at it from where the creators of the show and the writers are what they intended here, which I think is like we're supposed to care more about the Mars colony. I think that's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
But I don't think they've done enough to make us invested in them in Happy Valley, like up until this point. We only got there in the middle of season 3.
Like the person we know the most in Happy Valley, other than maybe Ed and obviously Danny, is the bloody Miles guy.
There's Miles.
And I don't care at all about him. So it's like,
but yeah, like I don't think I think that's also true.
Ed, that's normal.
I feel like they cut back in the last few episodes on how much they used Miles so they could do like I know a guy who can do the transport from the Phoenix down as like a big reveal, like a big plot twist in this episode. You know what I mean? Because we haven't seen much of them the last few episodes.
Well, they needed a reason to pull him into the story, right?
Yeah.
And so I guess that's kind of smart, but I think it's like this idea of like, okay, you're stealing the asteroid, you're bringing it to Mars, not to Earth. Like I as much as I sympathize with the Helios workers to, it's only like 100 people versus like 8 billion people or 9 billion people on Earth. It's a little difficult to be invested in Mars as it currently is presented in the show.
Somebody in chat saying, "Hi, Dave."
Oh, hello.
Hello, Demario.
Demario Brewer.
You got a friend,
829.
dude.
You got a friend.
Welcome.
Got
Yeah.
a
So I don't know.
Dave.
Like, and part of me is like, I feel like if this is the story they wanted to tell this season, then maybe 10 episodes was too many. As well, right?
Which is sad when you think about it. if you can't fill 10 hours in a TV series per season, is it even a TV series at that point? Like, what is it? You know?
Jeff, how about you? You agree with your fellow panelists about this season, or are we missing something here?
Like I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's getting better. I mean, it's a lot of heisty stuff kind of going on. I like a good heist.
Me too.
You know, so I enjoy that. It's a little Ocean's 11-y feel. I'm getting that vibe the last few episodes. So
Not nearly as competent.
But at the end of Ocean's 11, they all get a bunch of money, you know, and I guess that's also going to happen here. But it seems like they actually just get a big rock in orbit.
Hey, that's money.
Eventually, in like 20 to 40 years, when it's
all processed.
If you didn't take any risks, you'd still be working in your garage.
That's right. That's
Wanna be a
Des
millionaire?
Mantra. You know, if
Wanna
I had
be a
been listening to that guy, you know, then we never would have taken off, and then we wouldn't have hated each other years later as a result. Talk about Devin, his partner. Dave, I'm the real life sunflower. Well, good. What about your sunflower seeds, though?
I'm so glad the stoner viewers are coming in. Like, that's fun too.
It is fun. It is fun. Adam, is there anything you want to add to what you've already said, or you know? I don't think so. Probably.
This had potential. This show, and to be so good. And I think after the first season, we were teased, and that we came out of the gates like just big high. And then season 2, okay, 3, meh. But man, like 4 has been like a bit of it actually redeemed itself for a couple episodes for sure. It was coming back, but like what is this, number 8?
8.
Mm-hmm.
So they better have set something up really bloody good for 9 and 10.
Yeah, like these next 2 episodes need to blow me away.
Now, here's
there needs to be like the asteroid
Sure.
crashing on Mars or people dying, and there has to be something good here. And I am so tired of Dev. That guy, like, what is his purpose? He's just is a shit disturber, is what it is.
He's a
His purpose
provocateur.
His plot.
He's kind of based on Elon Musk, somewhat, I think.
Well, I realized as I was watching this episode, and I felt like it was just like set up for the back end. I remembered in my original watch through, I plowed through the entire series, and then I don't think I even watched the season 4 finale. So that doesn't bode well.
Well, Jeff's watched it most recently of all of us, right? Is the finale of the season good? I can't remember.
Don't tell us.
Okay,
I don't remember.
no one
Not a good
remembers. So
Well, that's a good
That's
sign.
That doesn't bode well either if you don't
Yeah.
remember.
that doesn't
It
like
blew Jeff away so much he doesn't have any idea what it was.
I don't know, and like I know that we are getting a season 5 after this. No, you know that's already happening. So my hope is that they're gonna try to pivot and course correct a bit in season 5. Go back to more what we loved in, I think, season 1 the most, and season 3 to a lesser extent. But
Sorry,
I think
it feels like we're just on a soap opera that's just moves slow, and they've got like
It's
40
that
years
damn
of
millennium.
something to come, and I don't know.
I think the Margo storyline, like if you don't care enough about the Margo character, I think that's another reason this season might drag for you, because I think that
Actually, it was actually getting interesting. And I guess they need closure with Sergei. You know what? This episode, I think they could have done a lot of this in half an hour and then done something more. I don't know.
Yeah. Heather, anything you want to add before we jump into screenshots?
No, let's get at it.
All right. Well, let's break down the plot of the episode. We start off at 5 a.m. in some place. Somebody putting their slippers on in the morning, and the reveal is Sergei, who we already knew was in the United States, but we're seeing what's up with him 8 years.
Just
after
for
we
the
last saw
record,
him.
though, when they showed me those toes, I instantly thought it was Margo. And
You
I
thought
don't
those
know
were-
why.
Well, because we've had all of those Margo montages with their feet hitting the floor.
Oh, that's
And
true.
also
yeah, we did.
because you're a nasty foot boy, Jody.
A nasty foot boy.
He is a
New one.
Pisces.
I've been called a
Pisces-
lot of things, but I've never been called
Us
that.
Pisces are into feet, Jody. You know
Oh,
that?
are we? Well,
Yeah.
maybe you're discussing that, but I'm not. I'm not
All
into
right.
feet. I don't, just for the record.
That's
Mhm,
exactly
sure.
Not
what
that
a
it matters
nasty
if
foot
I'm
boy
into
would
feet or
say.
not, but
Mhm. Anyway, we find
let's
out
move
that
on, Dave.
Sergei is not alone. He has got a wife, an American wife, now in a whole new life. So Sergei says hello. He's brushing his teeth. He's living this American lifestyle. We see him go out to get his newspaper from the front lawn. And on the front cover, well, I guess there's nothing on the newspaper in this day. He drives to work in his electric sedan, and we can see here that there's this crossroads he passes every day. To left, he goes to work. Right would be to like the interstate highway to another place. We can gather also from license plates and a few other things that this is in Iowa. Iowa. Never been to Iowa, but I've heard of it. So
That's some great.
what was that line? Is that line in like Field of Dreams? Like his wife's like, she was from Iowa and I had once heard of Iowa. So we had that in common.
Yeah, I think that was actually.
Anyway, so Sergei comes to he's a high school teacher now, living under an assumed name since he was I guess he's Sergei Besukov now. And he's teaching physics in this high school. Maybe not completely satisfied with his station, although he's got to like it better than the gulag. Am I right?
He's got one teacher's pet. The
Yeah,
rest
he's
of them
got
don't seem to care.
Yeah, he's asking questions out there. This one young woman in the class has her hand up. She knows the answer, but Sergei, I don't know. He wants to get something maybe from the less eager students, like this guy at the back who doesn't know what the hell's going on, and leaving him down.
He's like,
So-
I thought I was here for a Disney audition.
it does look like that. But the young woman has her hand up, and Sergei's like, "Fine, I know you know the answer."
Do you think that thing in the background is supposed to be phallic, or is it just like or phallic? And I'm just like seeing it
Mhm.
badly.
15 volts? That's right.
Yeah,
So
sure.
it's meant to trigger
Just
you that
checking.
way. Yeah. Anyway, so at night, Sergei goes home and he watches Murphy Brown with David Spade in the episode.
It is
Wow.
not Murphy Brown. It is Just Shoot Me.
Are you sure? Just shoot me?
Yes.
That is David Spade for sure.
It is
definitely
David Spade.
Yeah.
I thought it was Murphy Brown.
No,
Enhance, Dave.
Just Shoot Me.
I thought it was like
Enhance.
Enhance.
remember how Murphy Brown had like so many
Yeah, that's
secretaries?
definitely just shoot me.
It's Just Shoot Me. And he was not on Murphy Brown.
Well,
No, he would have been too young for that, I think.
fine.
So I watch Just Shoot Me a lot, and I definitely recognize it. I love that show.
Because I was like, this is too late for Murphy Brown. So
Yeah.
it can't be.
That's true.
I'm still pretty sure David Spade looks exactly like that today.
He does, yes.
Yeah, same haircut and everything.
And that is Enrico Colantoni, who plays Mathazar in Galaxy Quest, which we are doing on Radio Theater tomorrow night.
I
Well,
still haven't
well
got the
said.
script for that yet.
Like that guy that's handing him the basket? Is
That's
that guy?
correct, yes.
Wow.
Woody
Yeah.
Harrelson?
No, it's
No.
David
Enrico
Spade.
Colantoni and David Spade on the left.
Anyway, so Sergei looking in the mirror, he seems not totally happy with his life. Then he hears something on the news in the other room. His wife's watching the news, and look who's on there. It's Margo during her defection speech. And I guess Sergei has not told his wife about his past or anything else about his life. Whether he's allowed to or not is unclear. But he now knows Margo is alive, and she is now working for the Soviet Union. Comes out, gets his newspaper, which of course Margo is on the front cover of that day. So he's really wrestling with this because Margo did sacrifice everything pretty much to help him and get him out. And the reason he was able to get into the United States was largely due to her. Anyway, so he's now, he's brushing his teeth, contemplating what to do. He drives to work another time. Again, he has this right-left decision. This time he decides to go left and goes to work, but work doesn't seem to satisfy him. He's not paying attention. No student can seem to reach him. He watches, he seems like he has this tradition of watching like TV with his wife on the couch. He sees Margo come in while they're having their dinner on the TV tables. And but he's very preoccupied by the whole thing. He can't let this go. And the next morning he's driving to work and he looks at that crossroads again, waiting for the light to change. He sees he can go this way to work.
If you have the option to go to the zoo, you go to the zoo.
It's right, the Garden City Zoo. But he decides, no, I'm not going. Some guy honks behind him, and he just goes. He goes right, and he gets on the highway. Doesn't tell his wife where he's going, or anything, as far as I can tell. And he's on his way, but he's smiling now. He's finally happy now that he's broken out of his Truman Show, I don't know, witness protection kind of thing. And that's our cold teaser for the episode. I don't know how much you guys enjoyed it.
I didn't.
I like seeing Sergei, and I always liked his and Margo's relationship. So this was good for me.
So he's in witness protection, right? Basically,
it seems like that. Yes.
So why does he have the same first name?
They only protect your last name.
Yeah, I think maybe just so you respond.
That seems bad.
You just respond to it more easily, more naturally. If it's
not a good plan.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
Anyway, so that's our teaser for the episode, and then we head into it as we go to Happy Valley on Mars. We're in the speakeasy, the black market bar that's run by Miles, and he is serving Italian roast coffee to Ed as they're kind of talking about the Ed's talking to, what's her name?
Patty.
Massey about basically he wants to pull her in on this scheme that Dev's cooking up with the strike, but she's very skeptical of Dev after everything that's happened with the strike and him being the boss. But Ed's trying to convince her to go along with what Dev wants to do.
Didn't she say here, like, what's your job here? Eventually, just called him out. He's like, I'm a pot stirrer. Everyone knows it. And but just then the feds are here. Palmer shows up. He's here to break up this underground speakeasy. This has been shut down. There's no Italian roast on his watch. And they're pulling this. They got their guys in their sweater vests. Their security.
Palmer wasn't very popular in high school.
No. He's got his goons with the vests, and they're shutting it all down, off limits, and they're cracking down on the Helios staff. Anyway, so after this kind of convinces Massey to listen more to what Ed's saying about Dev and to go along with it, because they can't get into anywhere around the base with these security people in check. We see this guy welding, and he explains that they're shutting down access to the lower levels to anybody without restricted access, so that it can't be used as a meeting space for the workers. It can't be used, I don't know, for other whatever purposes they'd want. So the grips are tightening around everybody. That's what you get for trying to fight the man. Am I right? No. Anyway, so we got.
I just want to know what man you were fighting. Just out of curiosity.
I wasn't fighting anyone. That's what I was saying. Then
you're a lover, not a fighter, Dave.
Exactly. Then you got Dev and Ed talking. They're talking about Massey, and then they need to bring her in. She's the key if they want to pull off what they're cooking up. They go to Ed's room, his quarters, and who's there but Kelly and his grandson Alex.
God, that's disappointing.
Yeah, and
Dev was happy. Ed, not so much.
Yeah, not so much.
Just like, really. Yeah.
Kelly's already upset with Ed. What else is new? Is kind of my question. Don't you remember? I'm going to the other side of Mars and to look for life, and you promised you would watch Alex, which and Ed was not prepared for.
He's like,
but
I was drunk.
I was drunk. I was drunk and high when I
was
agreed to
high
this.
and drunk.
So, as we saw in the previous episode, it's a little rocky, icy here right now between Alex and Ed. But all you need is.
I love too that she says to him, "You don't have much to do around here anymore."
Yeah, it's not like you have much to do, right? And he's like, "Well, as far as you, as a matter of fact, I'm stealing an asteroid with your boss.
Yeah.
So
planning a heist.
I'm planning a heist. It's very important. Ocean's 11. Have you seen that movie? I think that came out around then. Anyway, but we see Alex's bag of pills and his family rules instruction manifesto is left here with Ed. I was like, the pills are one thing. The manifesto of the rules was, maybe a little much, but Ed's like, oh, come on. I raised 2 kids, including you. I got 1 killed, but who knows?
One's dead.
Almost killed the other one too.
Listen, I have a 50% success rate, Kelly. He's going to be fine.
Exactly.
1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Like she knows this, and she's like, "No, I'm leaving Alex with you. I'm going. Peace." So anyway, Dev's just like enjoying this whole conversation as he's listening on.
Hi, Nature Boy.
Greetings. Thank you. Anyway, it's just like, hey, Dev, I'm gonna go look for the life. He's like, you go do that, Kelly. I think he just wants to get rid of Kelly, honestly.
Yeah. Leave, please.
Leave, please. Go look for the life. Whatever you're doing.
We're gonna need your son to fit into a little hole.
Yeah, he's becoming very handy.
The hole you're thinking.
Anyway, and then Alex gets upset when his mom's leaving. Oh, you're gonna come back, right? You're not gonna die. Probably not, but things happen. Here on Mars.
3 totally innocent dudes.
She should have looked back.
Shady.
Bag of pills.
She should have looked back at her son and go, "It's not me that's gonna die."
Oh.
Oh boy,
I believe in you with Mr. 50% here.
We got 3-1 odds going on at the bar downstairs that they're closing down.
He probably does.
He's off to a good start. He could fall into an HVAC unit and get stuck or something.
True.
Great.
Well, good thing you have an HVAC repairman like Miles
Yeah,
to fix it all up. Anyway, so Ed and Dev we're screwed. We need a babysitter. How are we gonna do what we're doing if we have to watch the kid?
Yeah.
So we'll come back to that. Then at NASA in Houston, we got Eli going to see Margo, and outside of Margo's office here that she's been given, she's got 1 KGB guy and 1 like Marine, 1 of each. I think is what Eli jokes to Margo, which I don't know. She doesn't seem to be too laughing, joking about it. But they're gonna move around, and then so as they're heading through the hallways to their next meeting, Margo runs into this woman who used to be her assistant, right? Who she hasn't seen since like before the bombing.
What was her name? I think Nuri.
Yuri.
What's her name?
Nuri.
Yeah. And Margo was like, "Congratulations on such and such," and she goes, "Yup."
She goes, "Yeah."
Anyway, I gotta go.
Gotta go. It was not a warm reception. She wasn't happy to see Margo per se.
No.
It was like a avatar for Elena. It was a warm up. It was.
You don't ask about my son. Got it?
She doesn't know about the torture, or else she would be totally sympathetic to Margo.
True, and all everything else there. But anyway, Margo not Miss Popular here at NASA, but she said she didn't care. Remember about any of that? Maybe she does.
There is nothing that she doesn't care more for than that.
Then
She's
Eli's like,
crap.
well, she really is busy. She can't talk to you right now. So sorry, I'm her boss. Anyway, so in the meeting room, they're going through everything. We got these eyes going back and forth with Leda and Margo. The real point of the meeting is that we're going to come back to this, but anyway. And then back at Happy Valley on Mars, we had Dev here planning the heist with Massey and the other Helios people who did not accept his offer to end the strike. That's how he knows they have principle. And that's why they're going to work with him on this whole thing. So all these people that were just against him are now allies. and why they want to steal the asteroid, etc., is kind of broken down. We come back to Margo explaining what their plan is to bring the asteroid to Earth and how that's going to work. Meanwhile, it's cutting back to Dev and also Danielle explaining to her staff what the plan is here. But then on the other side of that, we have Dev and his heist crew planning their counter move to all that.
Check this diagram though.
Yeah.
Mars, Earth, yes.
Yeah.
We're going back to basics.
We're going back to basics.
I'm not
He's
sure you
got
need all
Margo
those letters
secretly on the
either.
Helios team.
Like, do you even need all those letters? Just put an E and an M and call it a day. Like,
But then you must
you're
Chaos.
talking about the only places you can go.
M
like-
for moon, Jody. You can't confuse the people.
Oh,
That's
that's
chaos.
Chaos.
except it'll be the super little one that's orbiting Earth. But
Diagrams are not necessarily to scale.
This is not to scale. The sun is bigger than that compared to Earth. And
That's a good catch, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Keeping it scientific here on the pod.
Dave keeps it real.
Right. Well, it makes sense. But they're basically used the spaceship Ranger in order to push the asteroid. The plan is to push it just enough that it's going to fling around Mars's gravity and head towards Earth, which again I think is incredibly reckless. But anyway, and
yeah, just think of all the time travel that could happen.
yeah, exactly. But the plan is they're gonna like hijack that Ranger ship and like screw with its computer parts so that it's actually only going to push it into permanent Mars orbit, perhaps in a way that would be impossible to escape. So that's all kind of broken down here, and I think, am I missing anything else from what's explained?
That's pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so they realize that they're going to need to build their own ops comm, like their own mission control. Basically, though there's the one here on the base at Happy Valley, but they're going to need to override that in order to move around. So they're going to have to bring in all these things. They come up with the idea of building their own like separate ops comm that's going to be like.
Would it just be cheaper to tap into the one that's already there?
Maybe if it's
Easier.
possible, potentially. Anyway, but they know that they can steal this one discriminator. Is that what they call it? That will basically the ship will be taking orders from their ops comm instead of the one that Danielle's commanding. So you might understand these diagrams better than me, Jody. But
They're all labeled, Dave.
okay, gotcha.
Like,
I know you're not a hacker, Dave, but
I'm fairly certain you can read.
Sometimes, like if it's in a box like that, it's not the scale.
But yes, you have the grasp, Dave. It's literally they're just trying to make it so it's a middleman attack essentially.
Right. Middleman attack. And so the plan is to get Massey to go in and like switch out this discriminator on board Ranger, right? And she's like, they're not going to put me on Ranger. And Dev goes, oh yeah, let me see about that. I am still the boss. So they're talking about the crew assignments, and we see Massey's picture up on the board. And Palmer's like, she sucks. She led the strike. She's not going on any mission. And but Dev, he's there for this meeting. Go, I'm not so sure I can be doing anything against a labor organizer. You want me to get open me to a lawsuit? Can't have it.
which is a valid point.
I suppose, yeah.
But it's not like Dev cares. Like
No.
This is, but Palmer does work for Dev in theory, and Danielle, I don't think she cared that much either way. But she was like, well, we can extend like an olive branch. She asked the astronaut who's going to be commanding the Ranger for this, and he's like, well, I guess like she knows how to do stuff. And it could be an olive branch according to Danielle. So Dev is successful in keeping her on the crew, which is important for his whole heist thing here. Look at that smug guy.
And he's doing a Mr. Burns face.
excellent.
Clip that. All right. Palmer has to accept it. So she's back on. So then we come back to them planning the heist out. They're working on what's the next detail here they have to work out.
How to get all the equipment from the Phoenix down, which is when Massey.
This is why we need Miles, right? This all leads to why we need I know a guy who can help us smuggle in the equipment we need, the parts we need in order to pull this off. So that, but before we come back,
for the whole
we come back to NASA. This is the aftermath of Aleda and Margo's meeting with everybody. And this is where Margo's like, "Hey, how's your son doing? Is he still playing piano?" And then she's like, "Hey, I'll work with you professionally, but you would never get to talk to me about my kid ever. You know, set a big boundary here. You can go to hell, Margo, you traitor." So that doesn't go so nice for Margo. What else? Come back to Mars. The hydroponic bay, which is run by this lovely English woman. She's been watching Alex while Dev and Poppy here have been planning their heist. And he was just here a second ago, but he's gone. Have you ever lost a kid?
Yeah, like Ed needs to tell everybody how like terrible this is. Like the guy practically kills children. Like
I don't know.
And if he wouldn't kill them physically, he'd kill them emotionally for sure.
But he has that panic that, you know, where is he? He's about to go on the whole intercom. "This is Ed Baldwin. You need to find my grandson right now." But just then Alex appears, and apparently he wasn't that far away. So Ed yells at him for about a minute, but then he says, I was looking for you." He's like, "You were looking for me?" Well,
and then he says, "Be a man, Alex."
Yeah, be a man. That's what I told Gordo, and it worked out great.
Yeah. And he's got a monument.
He's also dead.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Who will Ed kill next?
Anyway, so there's maybe that, I don't know. He's another tense moment with Alex and Ed. We then get another alarm clock. This is the scene here with Margo. She's living it up in the US of A now. She's back here in America. She's drinking Diet Coke. She's got her room service coming in. And what did she order? A somewhat boring looking burger and fries. I've seen worse. I've seen better, I would say.
Yeah.
You know,
It's sad.
it's sad. She scrapes off all the vegetables and the mayonnaise and everything here, and then she like cakes on, but she leaves the tomato underneath.
She likes tomato
Is that
and
a
ketchup.
puck?
It's a hockey puck. Yes.
Does not look good.
No.
No.
This just.
You know, the episode's really good when we're talking about this.
This is like maybe the most important thing of the episode.
It's true. They're gonna steal an asteroid, and we're like, that burger looks gross.
That one looks terrible.
Why is it glistening?
Why is the hockey puck there? Does she even eat those pickles? Come on. She spreads the ketchup with a knife and puts it like
That's acting. The fact that she looked excited to eat that is acting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
give her an Emmy right now. So she bites into the burger and is it good? And she also looks at this painting in her hotel room for some reason. A ship on the water.
I think there's symbolism there.
Could be some symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but she's happy for the moment, even though she's all by herself. Did she get a TV in there? Maybe.
The ship symbolizes burger.
Exactly. Anyway, then we come back to Happy Valley. This is the meeting with Miles that the heist crew is having. They're bringing him on it. He's a little reluctant. He's like, it's one thing to bring in certain things are easy to bring in, but now everything's locked down. There's more security involved. It's going to be a lot harder. He's not really sure he wants to take the risk. He's ready to. He's going to be going back to Earth eventually, and he just wants to collect his money and go back with this nest egg, if you will. But Dev makes that pitch to him. He's like, "Why be a millionaire when you can be a billionaire, Miles?" And that pitch seems to win over Miles, because if Miles is motivated by one thing, it's money. So this is then afterwards, Ed and Dev talking like, that was a pretty good pitch you made there, Dev. And then they get into the subject of his father being the engineer, how they built models together, or his father built all these models. He broke a model. His father made him rebuild the model, looking over his shoulder the whole time. But that was a real bonding moment and an important step in their relationship at the time. And so this is kind of Dev's advice to Ed about connecting with Alex. Find something to do together, like a criminal conspiracy. Like that would be a good way to get the family back together. And Ed thinks, yes, that's right. So they're going along with that.
And then after that, he can turn Alex against his mother.
Well,
another family past.
Of course. So then back on Earth, we get a scene here with Aleda. She's leaving to go to work this morning, and then who scares the living daylights out of her? It's Sergei, who's driven here from Iowa. I guess this is the same day, and he wants to talk to her. She's like, "You remember me?" And she's like, "Oh, I remember you. You're that one of those Russian guys." And I'm skeptical of them, but he has to talk. Can we just talk about Margo? And ultimately, Aleda does agree to this. We come inside Aleda's kitchen where they have this, and this is where Sergei kind of reveals, like, do you not know she had no choice but to help me? We forced her to give us that engine design, everything else. I don't know why Margo couldn't tell her this. I never understood.
Aleda really wasn't listening either.
Aleda wasn't listening, so Sergei telling her this seems to soften her, but then she gets mad about it when she's like, well, she was dead for I thought she was dead for 8 years and she never even tried to contact me. And he's like, come on, like, a defector inside the Soviet Union is basically a prisoner. It's like she didn't even have the option to call you or contact you. Not really. And so I don't know. Leda's a little less upset with Margo by the end of this. With Sergei saying, you must help me find a way to talk to her. I need to talk to Margo. Over here at Happy Valley, this is Ed is reading one night while he thinks Alex is asleep, but he's not asleep. He's up and he wants to talk. He wants to talk about how he can't sleep because he's scared of Ed, because Ed is a big scary bear man.
Seems accurate.
He's like, you're not scared of me, are you? I guess I am kind of a scary beard man, aren't I? As he's looking in the reflection of this picture, but then the focus comes away, and he's looking at a picture of Shane, and he can't, this parallel with Shane, and maybe trying to be a better grandfather to Alex and a dad to Shane. So
wow, the bar is pretty low.
Well,
shouldn't be too hard.
He's trying growth and change, I think, being the key here.
Sure.
And so anyway, he's like, would you like to read you a story? I'm trying to remember, Adam, what you told us this book was about last week. The one that he's reading here.
The Sand Pebbles.
Yeah. It's a fiction.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay.
sort of, fiction. Remember, it's about a boat going up some river in China, and I'll have to refresh myself, actually, if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is pretty much the only fun fact we got, because this episode sucks.
Clip that. Anyway, back at Happy. So we transition from Happy Valley while Ed is reading the story, and it kind of goes up into space, and then it comes back down. We go to the other side of Mars, to Korolev crater, 6,300 kilometers away, very far from Happy Valley. But cool looking crater here, filled with ice and snow. As we zoom in closer and closer,
this was a really cool shot.
Yeah, I thought so too. We got Kelly here with her team and a bunch of equipment. They're getting ready to do experiments or something. Look for life, as she's been promising us for a while now. And cool look. I love this cool look on the horizon. This looked nice, right, Adam?
This was great.
Yeah.
It was only 30 seconds, but
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's small doses here.
they could have done something here, maybe.
We can't do it all at once. Come on. So we'll come back to this. Yeah.
I'm curious. What would you like them to do there?
Back to the soap
Show
opera.
us what they're doing. What are they doing?
What are the experiments? I don't know.
What is she doing? Like, she's trying to find life. Like, let's find.
She's looking around and smiling.
Yeah.
She's
in
looking
awe.
great with the birth control in it.
This is the whole thing, about this show. It's Mars. They could have done something interesting. Instead, we got these union battles and
but we could have union battles on Earth.
I can only imagine this is what Babylon 5 is.
Never have happened.
Babylon 5 does have a great union episode about workers' rights.
Stop, Dave. We're talking about a different boring show.
It's only one episode.
These people watch this show. Nobody watched Babylon.
Anyway, let's get back to the soap opera. Let's talk about Margo eating her sandwich in Mission Control, the gallery here, with her KGB
Does she
and
just
Marine
have
guys.
free reign to walk around the whole building with no control? I guess
No, she has like these escorts.
She's got an escort.
She's got a KGB guy and a military police officer who just follow her everywhere she goes.
I mean, honestly, in truth, when you go to NASA, you can go in that room as part of the tour,
right? But not her. She tries to get the MP to like at least sit down, but he doesn't do it. Then Margo shows up. She's coming. Leda rather. Leda comes to see Margo under the premise that she's showing her some documents, some numbers, but it's actually a way to forget a message from Sergei to Margo. There's a little post-it note here with some kind of an equation that I guess is going to translate to a term or a word that's going to say 10 p.m. or something like that. Along with coordinates, right? So something that would not be super easy to decode unless you know the math, I guess. And so anyway, there's a couple things here. Margo seems to know something's up, something's being communicated. Back at Happy Valley, this is when they're smuggling in their parts from the new shipment that's come down. We see Miles getting past the different security checkpoints with the requisitions. Everything else, I don't know. He's sneaking in all those computer parts in like tubs of cereal. They see like everything with theirs has like a green yellow tag on it. So there's the part here where Miles needs to get like some of the bags past the security guy, and he opens it up and he looks inside of it, but all he finds is powdered milk. So no biggie. Miles is cool as a cucumber. Everyone tell what a cool guy who's able to do this. But then
what a liar!
What a liar. Anyway, then underneath the powdered milk was a bunch of computer parts. Who would have ever thought? So they're working on the new mission, their new ops comm here in like the basement. But this guy figures out there's something missing. There's a part missing. And it's that discriminator thing, maybe the most important part of the whole deal, which got pulled aside and got put into a different shipment and got put into like the lockup room that's under lock and key and very difficult to get past. So the heist has been derailed temporarily. How are they going to get at it? It's in a small little room that's only 12 inches wide through the HVAC, as Miles is explaining, that you can get in there if you had a small enough. Even Massey's not that small, but luckily Ed knows someone that small who can get there. And he looks at Dev and they're like, you think what I'm thinking?
They're like, this is a great idea.
This is a great idea. His mom is going to love this.
Keep in mind, Ed smokes a lot of weed. So
yeah, but like seriously, didn't you ever like your grandparents let you do something reckless at their house and they were like, don't tell your parents?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there was time
I used to hold furniture in the back of my grandfather's truck while we drove down the highway. Like,
yeah. So what's the difference between that and a little criminal ductwork? It's fine.
It's like
25 years.
Like my parents would lock themselves out of the house and they would get one of us to like sneak through the window to get into the house, right?
Or sneak into the neighbor's window and take whatever cash you found lying around.
Exactly. Whatever.
That's why your parents moved several times. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. Had to get out of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Also,
so
this is pretty roomy in here. I think Ed would even fit in there.
it looked pretty like it did. Like I feel
the
like
entrance isn't even 12 by 12.
Okay,
Like,
okay. Let's just come back to Ed for a second. Ed doesn't do anything where he gets dirty.
No.
He's got people for this, including his grandson.
Massey probably could have fit through this. Like she's I think
Literally any one of the adults could have fit through
Yes.
this.
Well, not only that, but they got a camera rig in there. It's got to be
A pretty shitty secure room too. If any adult can just crawl in.
well, not any adult.
What the hell do you need air ducts that big? I think is the bigger issue.
Dev
Well,
also gave him you got to connect with this kid. You got to find something you can connect
Yeah.
with.
Look,
Yeah.
Dev could fit through that hole. Go back to that shot. Yeah, he could easily get through that.
It does look a lot bigger than they're describing it,
Yeah.
So, anyway, that looks more like 20 inches at least. Anyway, but
There's a
we hear
joke there, but I'm not taking it.
we hear Alex in the room, like he's like, "Oh, the box is on top of all this stuff," and he's like, "Well, don't get yourself hurt, just come back." And then he's like, "I can get it." Then all the boxes fall off, and we think Alex might be hurt. But no, we just see a bunch of boxes have fallen over here in that same room. And
I gotta say, I would have liked Alex to get hurt.
That
Well-
entrance is not the entrance they showed us. There is no way.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, wow.
No,
Anyway.
Dev was a whole ass man crouched in that, and you could see his entire body. And then it's this big with a box. No way.
Yeah. Anyway, they got the box, everyone, and Alex he's earned that Baldwin name. He's
And he's like, Poppy's so proud of me. Yay, to
Yay.
the Little Club.
do you need me to steal some more high-tech government equipment? I am all for it. And if Dev pulls it out, he's like, "Look, Alex, look what you stole!
It's
Look how shiny what you just stole is.
Yeah. Look at that! Look at the loot! Look at the loot!" Yeah.
Looks
Do
like
they have to divide it up like in an RPG, or
Looks like a cassette deck.
yeah, it looks like an
It
8-track or
Looks
like
like
an old CB radio.
CB radio aftermarket that you put in your Chevy Corsica.
It says realistic on the bottom.
Corsica.
It has to be Corsica. Anyway, then we head back to Margo on Earth, and she's doing the calculations. She decoded the thing to figure out it's a set of coordinates and a time. I don't know. Well, maybe that will come up in fun facts. We'll see.
I wonder if that math really checks out or if it's
I don't
just
think it does.
gibberish.
I have
Well,
a fun
actually-
fact about that. We're going to talk about this.
All right, we'll get to that.
good.
Come back to that. But Margo's decoded it, but we see the look. She's not necessarily too eager to do this. She's feeling like I'm finally in the clear. Maybe I finally got a place here in Russia. So she flushes the Post-it note down the toilet. She's not gonna mess around here.
Worked for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Fine.
At Frank's restaurant, which is where Sergei was waiting all night at this diner to meet up with Margo. She stands him up. He gets kicked out of the diner by this lady, Jody, and you can't stay here. She's so.
But with an
That
invitation to come back.
I think that says Doris.
I don't know. So anyway, Sergei is leaving the restaurant, and just as he's getting in his car, Margo, look who it is. It's Margo, and she's like basically telling Sergei off that he's messing with her life, her new life in Russia, and she's finally got something going on. So she doesn't want any of it. Like, she doesn't want any more of the trouble anymore. And this is where he says, "No, you don't understand. The whole time I was under the control of the KGB. My handler was Irina, your new boss. She's evil."
That was a good reveal, though.
Yeah. I thought
Yeah,
so.
that was the most interesting part of this whole episode.
Mm.
There you go.
Again, it was a 3-minute scene.
Can't do it all at once. Come on. Anyway, so
Why didn't she just go into the diner?
We could have had pie together.
How did she get out of the hotel room without the KGB guy knowing?
It looked like good cherry pie in there.
She crawled through
Listen,
a
you
vent.
can't just have cherry pie with a married man when you're a Russian defector.
That's true. That's a known rule.
I'll make the rules.
I'd imagine she's not even allowed to leave the hotel room, but but she.
If we've learned anything from the Lethal Weapon series, it's that she is a diplomat and she has diplomatic immunity.
she does have diplomatic immunity. That's true.
Sure.
You know, she wanted some pie after that burger.
Obviously.
She did.
Who wouldn't?
Anyway, so then we get to our final scene of the episode on Ranger, which Massey is now on board. We got this whole crew. They're heading out to the asteroid because they're going to push it, what they think on the plan to get it to Earth.
Those Indian suits are awesome.
The
They
what
remind
ones?
me of Wesley Crusher.
Oh, the
back
Indian astronaut?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, the Wesley Crusher.
Love
Yeah.
it.
They call that the Crusher.
Exactly. Anyway, so we see here like all the crew is in this big room here in the spaceship, and Palmer's present. He's here just to watch Massey. Don't forget. So Massey's going about, and she has to somehow swap out that discriminator technology thing, that stereo system. She's got to pull that out and put her decoy version, her hacked version in here. And how is she gonna pull this off in front of everybody? And she just goes, "Oh boy!" And that's our end of the episode.
Okay, so that didn't compute for me. Of course, she's just looking at it because she has to swap out.
She has to find a time to do it when no one's gonna see her, which seems very hard to do in this particular.
I'm almost positive if you rip a module out,
that has to do
I
with
think
communication.
there's going to be an alarm or something. Like,
Yeah.
Not if you're a hacker, Jody.
mhm.
Not like me.
That's how hacking
Not like
works.
Dave. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave could do it.
Dave could do it.
I don't know if I could diagram it, but
As long as, well,
Elite hacking
it has to
skills.
have full descriptions though.
if you write in there hack machine or something.
Hit this button to hack it.
Well, Adam, would you please give us some fun facts about this episode and entertain us and stimulate us, please?
Sexy fun facts.
Enthusiastic
Okay. So the book that Ed reads to Alex is The Sand Pebbles, which I guess is Ed's favorite book. What's The Sand Pebbles about? Let's go through this again. So the background is this. Richard McKenna, who wrote the book in 1963, served aboard a Yangtze River gunboat in 1936. But that set the novel about a decade earlier during the nationalist northern expedition of China. The phrase "sand pebble" is a pun against the boat's name. Thus, the sailors who serve on the boat are the sand pebbles. So, the novel describes a life of boredom and sudden battle action.
That's like the season of For All Mankind.
Right.
Oh.
Well, half of that is true.
Yeah. The chief conflict between traditional Western ideas, which saw China as in racist and imperialist terms, and an emergent nationalism. The protagonist, motor machinist, first class Jay Coleman, teaches the Chinese workers that he refuses to call them coolies. And he teaches them how to master the ship's machinery by understanding it, not just monkey see, monkey do, but actually understanding it. The ship is sent to save the China Light Mission Brigade from anti-foreign mobs setting off a debate. No man who favors unequal treaties has the right to call himself a Christian. So you can see the parallels between this and the show for sure.
I didn't find that very sexy though.
No, there isn't. But let's talk about coordinates.
That's sexy.
Okay, so the coordinates that Margo used to calculate the I'm not going to read them to you, but basically the locations is in a field near the One Life Church on Old Galveston Road in Houston. So not the restaurant that was featured.
Okay.
Well, maybe in this timeline, that's where it is.
Yeah. But then they contradict themselves and say actually there was a mistake on the numbers and said there's no way that she could have gotten the directions from what was provided on that Post-it note.
There's no way to get the coordinates from that, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what could she derive from that?
Well, she figured it out. Like, let's just go with that. Like, she figured out how to get to the restaurant.
He's like, I don't even want to talk about this.
For like sexy reasons or
No,
Yeah.
no sexy reasons.
no?
Well, you know what? Pie. They could have had pie together.
They could have. He could have had a burger with her.
But you know what? Like
Pie.
Margo just holds back. You know, when every time Sergei is around, that she could have her cake and eat it too. I guess
Her pie.
her
Her
pie.
pie,
Or-
her burger,
Cherry pie.
her borscht.
Wait a second. What are we talking about here?
I don't know.
You know, you nasty foot boy.
There could have been some passionate love between those two again.
Well,
I guess
what
Sergei-
was-
Who? What are we talking about now?
Margo and Sergei.
Well, Margo. I mean, Margo has been pretty lonely. I think.
It's gonna look
Yes.
like two boards humping. Anyway,
Clip that.
and that concludes my unfiltered
That
rant.
concludes my fun facts for this week. Let's move on.
Is that it? Oh,
That
geez.
was sexy.
It
I
was.
tried to do that, Jody.
Okay. Well, thank you, Adam. I was.
Sorry,
I'm not
Dave.
su- I don't know what to think.
There's just not a lot.
So,
It's Heather's fault, and I'll tell
let's
you. why
let's
later.
let's get into our ratings for this episode. Jody, we have to catch up with you from the previous episode first, as a first order of business.
I'm gonna go 5 on that one.
Okay. And what about this one?
Uh, 5.5.
Oh man. Okay, 5.5 from Jody. Adam, how about you?
Like, only because I'm holding on to next week, like thinking that they've set a lot up. I'm going with a 4.
Okay. And if,
4.
if next week's not good, you know that's coming down again. So all right. I'll go. This episode's like definitely like it's kind of a setting things up for the finale, so it's kind of on its own as an episode is a little not the strongest.
It's okay, Dave. It sucks.
6.5. 6.5.
Why is there so much lead up to this score?
I had to really make sure I was being fair.
Okay.
Kevin?
4. It's the worst one so far. It's awful.
Okay. And Heather?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Thank
come on.
you.
You want to give this like a 9, right?
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'll be the high scorer of the night. 6.6.
6.6. You've won the bid, and you are in the showcase. Okay, so we are averaging 5.3. So this is, as far as we're concerned, has been the worst one so far this season. This has a 7.7 on IMDb.
How did that happen?
It's not that it was bad.
The
It's just that
internet.
it was boring for me. Like, not a lot really happened. There were 2 times this entire episode that we all agreed, yeah, that was cool. And it was the 30-second shot of Mars and the conversation between Margo and Sergei. And when I say all of us, I mean me and Dave liked it. And that's
I did. I thought they should have enjoyed some pie together in the diner, and I would have liked that a lot more.
Maybe some
but they had
board
their
bumping.
their parking lot discussion. I didn't like that.
Yeah. And like the whole thing too is like Margo already knows Irina is bad news,
Obviously.
doesn't she?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't she even not knowing
must
that?
know.
Not knowing that particular back detail of her backstory, like Irina
Well,
is.
I mean, she knows Irina's bad news, yes, but that it was specifically Irina
Yes,
who was
ruin
the
their
heir.
lives, as he says.
Yes.
So
But what is she gonna do? Like live in that squalor that she was living in and talking to the baker every day is her big entertainment? Or at least
show-
work-
For all
The
we
show
know,
wants
that's
us
what
to-
turned her on. Like, we don't know.
Maybe
show
her
wants
and
us to
Baker
believe.
having pie, Russian pie.
they don't get
Can we
pie.
stop talking about pie now?
Yeah. Well, let's take this down. So
Getting
we have a
hungry.
anyway. So it's not even the lowest rated episode of the season technically, but by the IMDb people. Anyway, but that's only 1,200 votes.
It's our
Um,
lowest, though.
It's our lowest so far. So anyway, that is our rating on Legacy. We are looking ahead to the next episode, which can only be better, right? It's called
Yeah, I've
Brazil.
heard that before.
I don't remember why it's called Brazil, but it's called Brazil, and that's what we'll be talking about.
Is this her next stop? She's going to defect to Brazil next.
She's going to Brazil.
I thought everybody was getting waxed.
Could be.
I mean, that would at least give us some sexy fun facts, I hope.
Indeed. Adam would be happier.
What's that rhyme? You go to Brazil, the south of France, to deal with that thing in your underpants. Is that how it goes? No.
What?
Anyway, I digress.
Normally, I'm the one that says the craziest shit on this show.
It's just something I heard once.
Not tonight, bud.
Not tonight. And here I thought I was doing good.
We also do a review show of Star Trek: The Next Generation on Live Long and Podcast. I'm thinking I'm gonna take this week off, guys, if that's all right with everybody. But we'll be back next week. We're gonna be talking about season 3, episode 16, The Offspring.
Yes.
So Jody's not invited to the panel.
Good.
Jody, did you say ugh?
Oh, it's a terrible episode.
Girl.
It is so garbage.
Girl, why? No, it's so good. We'll argue
Listen,
about
don't
this
you be
next-
putting your damn hands up at me.
Yeah,
I
right.
sure will. You better look out.
Also, we're looking ahead to Star Trek Starfleet Academy. We've already reviewed the trailers and the posters and different things like that. So check that out.
There's just so many things for me to hate.
Yeah.
There really is.
How do you know? You haven't started. You're basing this on a trailer.
I'm basing this on the fact that it takes place after Discovery. It's gonna be garbage.
Okay, wait, Jody. Look, I'm going to be back to my optimistic self here. You cannot throw the baby with the bathwater.
Well, we're gonna see what happens.
bathwater.
You know
Going.
who would throw out a baby with the bathwater? Ed Baldwin.
He would.
Indeed.
He'd keep the bath water.
Yeah.
Throw the baby out. Save that water. We need that.
And then he would throw the water out into the street. Just for kicks.
Also, tomorrow night, as mentioned, we are talking Star Trek Radio Theater. We are doing Galaxy Quest. That's exciting. But earlier in the day tomorrow, I'm going to be doing an interview with a fellow YouTuber, a Star Trek enthusiast. His name is Rick. He's from a channel called Certifiably In-Game. He does a lot of interesting videos about Star Trek lore and canon and like different elements and history and with the canonical and semi-canonical. So I'll be on with him at noon tomorrow, chatting with him all about that. He's got some great videos. I really
Cool.
recommend you check him out. He's from England, and he always goes, "Hey all, Rick here to talk about the Romulan Star Empire." That's my
Oh my
impression.
God. I hope he has a Dave Mader accent.
I hope so too. I'm going to ask him to do it. so I'm looking forward to that discussion.
I would
and
recommend you don't.
and also on our Super Mader Brothers channel, we just wrapped up a whole season of Survivor, finishing off with the 13th episode of Fever Dream. As we look ahead to Survivor 50, that's starting at the end of February, which is going to be all kinds of returning players. Jeff's super excited.
Yes.
So,
As you can tell.
Jeff's like, what were we talking about?
Survivor. Yeah. All right. Well, that all said, I think we'll sign off for tonight as we get ready for our 2 shows tomorrow. And everyone have a wonderful and safe New Year out there where you're celebrating. And thanks for being with us throughout the show tonight. And I think that's it.
And the year.
In the year. Really appreciate it. Everyone, like all the people in the comments, the whole panel. And we are almost done this season of For All Mankind. So we'll see you for episode 9, Brazil, next time. Have a good night, everyone.
Beam up some Star Trek content with Live Long and Podcast. A roundtable movie discussion with Hey, did you see this one? And take a peek into the darkness with Heard Noise, Must Investigate with Michael Chan. Watch us duke it out on trivial debates. And let's chat about TV with the Super Mader Brothers. It's all here on the United Federation of Podcasts.